Hey everyone, my name is Mars, like the planet, and this is Housewarmin. Today, I'm just going to talk about the fact that I have been struggling with financial anxiety, stressing about money, financial worries for a few years now. I really hope that this video reaches the right audience. I hope that you guys can help me because I'm just struggling. I feel like I'm in the trenches right now and I just have to make this video to kind of share and hope that other people understand what I'm going through. So let's just get into it. So I will say that I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder. So I'm not surprised that I am anxious about money. However, I was on Lexapro. I was on medication for a year and that seemed to help my anxiety disorder, but I am still stressed about money. Now, I am speaking from a place of privilege and I understand that. I did not grow up wondering where I was going to eat. I did not grow up with my parents living paycheck to paycheck. It was quite the opposite. I had parents, I had grandparents that financially supported me all the way through college. And because of that, I feel like I got such a great head start on life. I feel as though because I'm 28 years old, I own a home, I don't have credit card debt, I don't have medical debt, and I don't have student loans. I feel like because I've been so blessed, I cannot fail. I feel like because I have this wonderful gift handed to me that not a lot of people can say that they have, that I can't fail. I feel so much pressure to never accumulate debt. I feel so much pressure to not spend money that I have turned into a cheapskate. I've turned into just a hoarder of money and I am incapable of spending money without being stressed out. Now I have budgeted, I make sure I know where every single dollar is going, but I still feel like I am one catastrophic emergency away from being thrown into debt. And I have read a statistic that said that 56% of Americans cannot afford a $1,000 emergency. And that scares me because having a house, having a car, having a dog, being 28, I am just worried that something is going to happen to me. Something's going to happen while I'm at work. Something's going to happen to this house and I will not be able to afford it. And I have seen it happen. So I know that it is not irrational. But I am literally just waiting for this impending doom to the point where I cannot spend money because I'm just like, well, what if something happens tomorrow? I'm going to need that money for something. I can't spend it. And I'm not talking about being frivolous. It's little things like just going out to eat with friends. I am conscious of how much money I am spending every single purchase because I'm so worried that something's going to happen. I will literally go without because I am too afraid to spend the money. I will have holes in my clothes. I will try to borrow from friends. I will literally just be uncomfortable in the situation I'm in because I cannot spend the money to buy myself the new thing. Whether it comes to food or clothes or anything like that, like I am picking the cheapest of the cheapest option, even though it might not be the best for me, even though it might not be good for me. Like I'm looking at the dollar menu. I am just not going to splurge like that. And I hate to call $10 a splurge. I hate to call buying myself clothes that I need to wear so I don't have holy clothes a splurge. But to me, it feels like a splurge. It feels like I just cannot spend the money on the things I need. Like I almost love the fact that I'm able to get away with saving so much money. Like I love being able to, be gifted things, or I love being able to find something for super cheap on sale, or I love being able to find stuff at the thrift store because I hate spending money. And I have said this so much. I hate spending money because I know how much stress it's going to bring me the second I spend it. The second I swipe my card, I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, how am I going to make this $15.38 back? Because I might need this if I get into a car accident tomorrow. Like I start to spiral out of control and I just hate it. Like I want it to end. I want to be able to just buy things that I need and just move on with my life. It's so exhausting to have this constant just thought in the back of my head and I'm constantly seeing the numbers and I'm constantly looking at the bank account. I'm just stressed every single time I spend any dollar amount. And I know I'm not crazy because I've seen it happen to people around me. I've seen people who are in medical debt, who have student loans, who are going through divorce, who have children, who have gotten into a car accident and have to find a way to make it work because they don't have the money. And I say, this is why I save. This is why I can't spend. This is why I have to, be frugal with everything. And it's kind of embarrassing, like how cheap I am. I will make sure that I go to the thrift store before I buy something. I will take months or even years before I decide to make a purchase. I am so afraid of having debt that I am constantly looking at my bank account. I'm constantly trying to make sure I'm not spending enough. And while people might say, what are you complaining for? Like, girl, what's the problem? It's just so stressful to think about money all the time. Like, I wish I could just live a normal life and not have to think about money. But now it's turned into the fact that not only am I just so cheap, it's embarrassing to be that cheap. I am starting to judge other people. I am starting to judge my friends and family on the way that they are spending money. When I see people going on vacation, when I see people buying a new coat, when I see people, frivolously buying a new car, I judge them. And I have no right to judge these people. I don't, yeah, they're my friends, but I don't know what they got going on. And I start to try to control not only my life, but their life. I try to control what they're spending because I'm so worried that something's going to happen to them and then they're going to fall into debt. And I just don't really know how to stop. I feel like when I go on TikTok, everyone's like, you need 7 streams of income and you need to follow this course and take this job. And here are the jobs that are, on the up. Here are the college degrees that you need to succeed and be a millionaire. Click this link right now and you'll be financially set forever. And it just stresses me out. It's like, I feel like I've done the work and I should not be this stressed. I've gotten like the college degree. I have the house. I have the job. Why am I still so stressed about money? I do not feel as though I should be this stressed. I am coming and talking from such a place of privilege and being so blessed and not having, the financial debt that millions of Americans are going through. Why am I so stressed? Why am I so stressed all the time? And I just don't know what to do. I have, found myself just unable to find a solution to just live a normal life. And I feel as though when I'm looking on TikTok, when I'm looking on YouTube, a lot of people are almost praising the idea that you're able to save, praising the idea that, you're not a shopping addict or you're not a shopaholic, or they're recommending some course, or they're saying, oh, just make more money, oh, just attract more money, oh, you just have to, sever your bad relationship with money. And I'm just like, how? It's kind of like telling a person with depression, don't be sad, just be happy. I don't know how to do that. I see all these people saying, you have to attract wealth. You have to, let go of these negative emotions. How? How am I supposed to do that? And I just worry that this crippling fear that I have of spending $1, it's just really, it just sucks. Like, I feel as though I am not able to buy groceries. I feel like I have to penny pinch. I feel like I have to, when I'm trying to go shopping, I want to make sure I'm using a gift card, or I want to make sure, maybe I'm not spending my own money. I want to make sure that whatever comes down to it, I'm not spending a lot of my money. I hate spending my money. I just hate it so much because I'm so worried all the time that I'm going to need it for later. So I just cannot spend it. I am just so worried all the time about my money. I just think that tomorrow the world's going to end. I might get fired. I might lose my job. Like, what if something happens? Like, I just cannot get that thought out of my head, because the second I start to calm down and say, okay, look, money comes, money goes, it's okay. Something crazy will happen. Over Christmas, the Christmas holiday, I had a $1,300 bill for my car to get my car fixed. And I was like, this is why I save. What if I didn't have the money? Like, I would have gone into debt. What would I have done? I'm so glad I had that money saved up. And then the cycle repeats all over again. And it's just embarrassing because everyone knows that I'm just so cheap and so frugal, and they say it like it's a good thing. And it's embarrassing. I feel as though, and I'm not saying it's this severe, but it's very similar to a person that has anorexia and everyone's like, oh, you look so good. Oh, you're so skinny. Like, what are you doing? Keep it up. And I feel like I'm getting all of this positive praise for not having debt, for being able to save, for being able to manage my money wisely. And deep inside, I am just struggling. I feel as though at 28 years old, I should not be this. I don't even have kids. Why am I this stressed about money? And I know every time, people will say, just don't be stressed. Just don't be stressed. What do you mean do not be stressed? Do you guys understand how scary the world is? Every time I turn on the TV, this company's gone over, the banks are losing money, the great resignation, people can't find jobs. I'm so stressed out that I'm going to lose my job tomorrow. I'm so stressed out that tomorrow, like, a hurricane's going to come and like blow the roof off of my house, and then I'm going to be homeless. Like, I can't stop worrying because, and it's not the thing that I'm worried about, it's the money that is attached to it. I feel as though I need to be saving an abundant amount of money to be able to cover any type of stressor that could come, any type of financial emergency that could come. What if I get sick? I'm just like, I need to make sure I have the money so I'm unable to pay for it, to pay for things. I'm unable to treat myself or shop or go do something fun. If it's over $5, I'm stressed out. In my last relationship, I had to tell my partner to lie to me about the cost of things, because if not, it would stress me out. Like, one time, they bought me something that was like $50, and I was like, no, like, you have to return it. Like, $50 is an insane amount of money to pay on this thing. Like, please return it. And it got so bad because I got upset, and they were like, you cannot even enjoy this gift that I've given you because you're so worried about the price of it. Like, calm down, it's okay. And I just could not enjoy the gift that they gave me because I knew how much it cost. And so now it's at the point where I have to just tell people to lie to me. Just say it was $5, because then I will not be worried about it. But when I hear about people spending, $100 on clothes, I'm just like, you did what? You spent how much? Like, what do you mean? How are you able to do that? Like, how are you able to spend that amount of money? How do you do that and just not be worried? So I don't know. I hope this doesn't come across as tone deaf. I hope I don't sound crazy. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say, because I really just need help at this point. I really need to know if there's anybody out there who is stressed about finances like I am, in an irrational way. Like, I understand if people are living paycheck to paycheck, yes, you should be stressed at some point. But like, I just feel like these feelings are irrational because nothing is wrong with me. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is going on. I am not homeless. I am not poor. I am not struggling. Why am I so worried about money? Like, it's so frustrating. So if you have been through this and you have figured out a way to not be stressed every time that you make a purchase, to not feel like you have to be, frugal all the time, to not feel like you have to be cheap or a penny pincher or be judging other people because of their money or their spending habits, like, I just don't know. I really hope that you guys understand what I'm trying to say, and I really hope that maybe you can help me. And if you've been through this, please comment down below so I know I'm not alone. But yeah, that's I just had to like get it off my chest, because lately, with the holidays just passing, with Christmas just happening, I felt like I was spending a lot of money. I had to spend money on presents, and then my car. Then I had to pay my bills, and you have to pay groceries. And I just felt like my money was just like slipping out of my hands, and it just stressed me out more than anything. I couldn't look at the things that the money had gotten me. I couldn't look at the food or the car or the lights being on, or I couldn't look at the gifts that I had given people. I was just so stressed about the amount of money that was like slipping out of my hands. And I'm not saying that I can't afford it, because I can, because I've saved every penny I've earned. I can't spend it. And I have found ways to make secondary and tertiary income. I make money from YouTube, I make money from Etsy, and I can't even spend that money. I literally started this. So, like, I started Etsy to be able to have a secondary income, to have a little side hustle, and I can't even spend the money. It's just sitting in a savings account for something I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saving for. It's just sitting in a savings account. And everyone's like, oh, you should invest. You should do this. You should buy property. You should start an Airbnb. And I'm like, what? Like, what? This is too much. It's too freaking much. So I just like have my money sitting in a savings account, and everyone's like, wow, I can't believe you saved this much. But I'm like, it's embarrassing that I cannot spend money that I feel like I've worked hard for. Like, I can't even enjoy the fruits of my labor. So I don't know. I don't want to keep rambling, but I hope you guys understand. This was kind of like, I feel like it was kind of all over the place. I hope it's making sense, but I'm gonna go. Please comment below. Please help me out, y'all. Like, I need to get it together. But I post new videos every single Wednesday. If you enjoyed videos like this, I have a couple other like talky type videos where I talk about my, the fact that I'm not having children. I talk about, dating after a breakup. I talk about all kinds of things. I just feel like sometimes it's important to like put your story out there just because it's important for people to know that they're not alone. I know that there are people who look like me, who are my age, who are in their late 20s that are kind of just like struggling in the world. And I just hope that people can kind of relate and just have a place to come and talk about this, because a lot of people think it's taboo to talk about money a lot. A lot of people think it's taboo to have conversations about this, but yeah, I post new videos every single Wednesday, so please give this video a thumbs up. Please comment, like, subscribe, do all those YouTube things, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.